In the public speaking portion of the meeting, I addressed Chairman Marabella as a follow-up in the last meeting. I had asked whether an analysis or study was done as to whether it was more cost-effective for the county to actually build a building to house the Social Services Department as opposed to renting a building for $3.5 million for 10 years. It seems to be like a no-brainer. Just build the building, put the money towards it, and at the end of 10 years, you own the building tax-free. I've been in correspondence with Al and with Seb D'Elia, and Seb personally called me to tell me that I was going to get the information. I thought that was very nice. I received the information tonight, approximately 2 hours before tonight's meeting. I've not had an opportunity to go through the hundreds of pages of documents that they landed on my email, but they still have not answered the question whether anyone has done the analysis to date to say whether building a building or renting a building is more effective for the county taxpayers. It seems very obvious to me that if you're going to spend upwards of $500,000 a year, and it's going to cost you, you're going to spend, over the 10 years, it's going to cost $500,000 in taxes. That would be 10% of the overall cost that they're going to spend in 10 years. So they could save a lot of money by building a building.
By the way, who lives a block and a half away from the building? Who lives there?
I think I've heard the name Lesniak.
Yeah, Senator Lesniak. He's a block and a half away. I wonder if that's anything.
So it's interesting. Well, hopefully Chairman Marabella will give me the analysis that I've requested. Thank you.
Jim at Cranford, we really do need to get this money fixed.
I know, it's ridiculous.
I'm with you on that.
I agree with
you. And I agree on something.
I agree with you, Mr. Bittner. When's the last time I said that?
That's a rare occasion. But welcome.
I apologize for that.
I want to
I did
thank
like
you.
your question on the bunkers before, though. I got to give you that.
Well, the bunkers actually is focusing in on one particular aspect of the golf operation. Now you got me back on golf, all right? But I'm going to try to move back off of it. But basically, the cat's out of the bag. We are not trying to provide uniform golf operations throughout the county for all of the golfers in Union County. The goal and objective here is to build the best goddamn golf course possible in Union County so we can have it open, so we can just ego trip. That's what that's all about. It's not trying to bring up all of the golf operations uniformly.
Okay.
Just stating what I'm reading and listening to and understanding. All right, moving back to, you made some attempts at answering some of my questions, and I'm looking forward to the presentation on Resolution 641, and I was hoping that the freeholder Kowalski would be able to finally come to the board here and state the goals and objectives, past programs, the current program, the number of students that are being served, the students that have graduated, and what they've done with the experience. I look forward to that, because every year I ask for that.
The director does give you some information on that.
Yeah, but I would like to see that presentation.
Yeah, well,
He didn't answer my question.
I think you heard the director say he's going to
But the number of students, you know, and graduates and things of that
I'm not
nature,
sure
goals and
he's not walking
objectives.
around knowledge, but I appreciate your.
Someone's got to have that information. All right, I'm sure you'll be able to
All right.
pull it together. Now, also, I guess we just learned this evening that we are going to expand the skating operations in Union County. So be prepared for spending a boatload of money there too. All right. But the one thing I would like to direct my attention to is you and I have been in correspondence over my request to bring to the county taxpayers the analysis that obviously should have been done or is being done as to whether it's more efficient to actually build a building as opposed to lease a building for $3.5 million over a 10-year period. And I actually been in correspondence with you. I've been talking with Seb D'Elia, He's got me on his speed dial, I think, at this point. I was dumped a boatload of Oprah information just today, 2 hours before the meeting. I haven't been able to review it, all right, but I did get it. But it still doesn't answer the question. Has an analysis been done as to whether it's more efficient to actually build a building than to rent a building for $3.5 million for 10 years? That's the analysis I'm looking for. And you promised it to me, and I was hoping we could do it.
You didn't get a chance to go through the information, so you...
That did not provide the information, whether it's more efficient to actually buy a building, or build a building, or buy a building, than to rent a building, $3.5 million. And I think that would be a very interesting analysis to see. Based on the documents that I received from the Oprah, it's very obvious to me that you can actually save 10% of that cost. You know how you can do that? Build a building, because then you don't have to pay taxes. And the taxes obviously are going to Elizabeth, and if you build a building, they don't go to Elizabeth. That's why we are renting in Elizabeth. All right. I would like that analysis, and it would be nice to see. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Baker.